Hi, my name is Ralph Cushnie. I'm on the Hawaiʻi State Elections Commission, and we're going to do a multi-part series and tell you what's going on with our elections. In the 2024 elections, after we received chain of custody documentation from the island of Kauaʻi and the county of Hawaii, the Big Island, the other two islands did not give us any chain of custody documentation. But we have definitive proof that ballots are being inserted electronically without any paper record. So I'd like to walk you through this. This is a serious accusation, and I'd like you to walk the public through how this has happened. So what we have here is the Hawaii County spreadsheet for the number of ballots that they have collected. On the top row is the name of the drop box. So starting with Hawaii County, Hilo Office, Hilo Voter Service Center, Kohala Police Station, Lapahoihoi, Waikoloa, Waimea, Kona, Kona Voter Service Center, West Hawaii Civic Center, Yano, Keao Police Station, Nalehu, and Pahoa. So those are the drop box locations that they have drop boxes and pickups. Going down on the column, there's the date of the collections. So what this spreadsheet is showing us is that each day, the Hawaii County goes to each of these drop boxes and picks up ballots. And this is a detailed record of their ballot collections. Now this spreadsheet is in gray, and what we have here is we have the summary sheet from the Big Island. That is how we populate this spreadsheet. So on this sheet, this is a summary of all the Dropbox collections, and this is how we populate the spreadsheet. So anyone can check my numbers here, and at the back of this spreadsheet, we have a sample of what the individuals actually fill out in the field. So in this specific example, it's on 10/21/24, and this is for the Keao Police Department and the Pahoa Police Department, and they picked up 33 and 159 ballots at those locations. The next column in kind of a tan color here is the United States Postal Service pickups or drop-offs. They did up to 3 drops in one day, so you'll see there are 3 columns there for each Postal Service drop to the county on each day. And then that is backed up. We have a Freedom of Information Act sheet requesting from the Big Island their postal receipts. So with this document, you can see the first one is there was a 1,306 envelopes dropped off, and that's populated in the first item on the spreadsheet. So you can follow along and you can see where these numbers came from. So on the Big Island, the county shows a collection of 27,912 envelopes from all those locations. From the post office, they show 29,641 envelopes collected from the post office. So that adds up to a total of 57,553 ballot envelopes collected. The state reported counting 76,595 ballot envelopes. Now, we get that number from the state's general election summary report. And if you turn to the right of the report, it gives you the total mail-in turnout, which is 76,595 ballots. So from that, there's a difference of 19,042 ballots. A candidate sent a letter in to the Hawaii County Clerk. So the candidate's name was Keikilani Ho, And she sent a letter to Mr. Henricks, the county clerk of the Big Island, and she said, attached is a summary spreadsheet compiling data from the Hawaii County 2024 General Dropbox collection data sheets and business reply mail receipts for mail return ballots, along with the state final summary report from the County of Hawaii. The data shows there were 57,553 mail-in ballot envelopes collected by the County of Hawaii. The state report shows there were 76,595 mail-in ballots reported by the state of Hawaii. Please look at this information and let me know if there's anything missing. According to this information, there were 19,042 more mail-in votes counted by the state than collected by the county via Dropbox and from the USPS. I look forward to a prompt reply. So in reply, Corey Psyche, the Hawaii County Elections Program Administrator, replied, and Corey Psyche replied and said, aloha, Ms. Ho. The BRM receipts you reviewed were provided to us by the USPS. The USPS doesn't always provide us with receipts, which is the difference in the envelope count you're inquiring about. Our office manually counts all election envelopes received daily via USPS, Dropboxes, email, and voter service centers. Be assured we can account for all envelopes we receive. On another note, envelope counts will never match with the state summary report. The summary report is ballots counted. Envelopes opened in counting center may come in empty with more than one ballot in an envelope or contain a wrong election ballot, primary ballot, in the general elections envelope, which will all play a part in the reconciliation process. So what Ms. Psyche is telling us is true, and ballots will also be removed for non-signature match. They call it being uncured envelopes. So what she does not address is that all of these processes are for envelopes to be removed from the total count. She does not contemplate how the count of envelopes would grow after collections. So Keikilani Ho replied to that and said, this is good news. Would you please send the records to support your claim that your office can account for all the envelopes received by the county during the 2024 general election? And she went on with some other things. But the next email back from the county was not the records. It was just a short one line from John Hendricks, the county, and he said, please feel free to call me if you would like to discuss that. So the county never answered the question, how did the 19,042 ballots get into the circulation there? And if you look at the records, they have a very detailed collections process. You have Dropbox collections. Each one is very detailed. You have United States Postal receipts. And then the next record is electronic. So the electronic record has an additional 19,042 ballots. And we have no explanation of why that is. So one of the things I did last month is that I sent in a Freedom of Information records request to the Big Island, and I asked the county if they had communications with the post office to resolve this 1,942 business reply mail discrepancy. And the answer came back, no records exist. So you would think that if the Big Island really got the 19,000 ballots in the mail, they would have contacted the post office and they would have said, hey, those 19,000 ballots that you sent to me, can you just give us those receipts? Because that would resolve a big issue with the community because we don't have those records. But none of that has been done. This was taken up, a letter was sent from Keikilani Ho to the Elections Commission. The Elections Commission received that letter in our March 19th meeting. The Elections Commission set up 2 permitted interaction groups. One to look at the results or the anomalies on Kauaʻi, and a preliminary report just came out on that on Civil Beat, and the permitted interaction group that was supposed to investigate the Big Island have not come back to the commission yet. I sent a Freedom of Information Act last week asking if there has been any correspondence from the commission to the Big Island, and I have not received any word. So right here you can see in the detailed evidence that 19,042 ballots were inserted electronically, and this is unacceptable, and we need to get answers for this. Thank you. So we have a meeting with the State Hawaiʻi Elections Commission on July 30th at 10 a.m. The agenda should be out on Thursday. You can go to the Hawaiʻi Elections Commission website. You go to Office of Elections, click About Us, click Boards and Commissions, click Elections Commission, and from there you can see the agenda. You can also sign up to get notices for the agenda, but this is a very important topic. We need to know that our votes are being counted properly, and everything we can see right now that there are thousands of ballots being inserted electronically into the system without any paper record. I thank you for your time, and we'll see you at the meeting. Thank you.